If you are someone who has struggled with deep feelings of grief or pain or heartbreak, and you know that there is some kind of energetic block or like a closing of your heart, this is for you. So I recently did a really powerful quantum healing hypnosis activation, and I'm gonna dive into that at the very end of this, but there are links in the description if you want to check that out right away. But the power of our own healing and the ways that our heart can hold on to past pain or past energies is something I want to talk to right now, because I see this time and time again with women I've helped and people who have reached out and messaged me or shared parts of their life story. And it's obviously been a really big part of my own healing journey with my grief and my traumas and relationships that didn't work out. And what can happen in this space is that when we experience such a heavy level of pain and this like really profound heartbreak, our hearts can close down. And I think whether it's you, whether you've seen it in someone else, I know I have been in this place and I have seen other people in this place where it becomes like a full closing to the frequency of love. And almost like there is this wall up or this shield around the heart. You could also see or feel it as like this ice wall, right? In this frozen heart space that has hardened because of the pain, the trauma, the grief. And I think it's partly a protective mechanism because things can be really challenging on this planet. But it also then can block us from experiencing what we do desire. So when we have shut down because of grief or heartbreak, when we believe that pain is the only thing out there, or we're not open or trusting that a powerful love exists or that healthy relationships can exist, not only are we shutting ourselves down into this space, but we are then energetically blocking the things that we desire. So I know from my own pain that in those moments where it felt like my heart was absolutely cracked open and I felt alone and devastated, and times where I would just be like crying on the floor in pain for days because everything felt so heavy. Those moments, I wanted nothing more than to feel true, deep, unconditional love. But I wouldn't have been in a space to actually receive it or accept it or trust it because the pain was so deep. Now, the activation that I did is not about clearing the pain, because that is something that can take time. That's also something that I know can intimidate people. But what it is about is allowing your heart space to open up and start to connect to the beautiful divine frequency of unconditional love flowing from the Creator, entering your sacred heart space and allowing this new healing energy to flow through and also therefore radiate back out. Because law of attraction has shown this, law of assumption, just quantum particle theory and the way that energies either repel or attract, right? Like attracts like. If we are living our life for the rest of however many years you have, right? If you're living it in a place of closing down and not feeling love flowing through you, you are going to have a harder time attracting that love externally, because like attracts like. So if your internal vortex is heartbreak or pain or lack of trust, right? Then you're going to manifest and attract unconsciously. Of course, it's not what you want, but typically what happens is you'll manifest and attract that externally. So this is why the power of the work that I do is always about the inner healing, because when we shift our energetic signature, when we shift our subconscious beliefs or blocks around things, and we start to vibrate at a different frequency, we can then become the match for the different external reality and the different external frequency. okay? So by bringing in these beautiful healing energies, by allowing yourself to receive the feeling of unconditional love that you may not have experienced yet in your life. You may have only experienced conditional love, where it's like, if you do this, then I will give you love. Or now that you didn't do that, I'm going to take my love away. Or the abandonment, the rejection, the different type of woundings that we can experience. So many of us have never experienced and felt true unconditional love because of how this has been passed down. And so when you allow yourself to connect to a higher power, and in this specific quantum activation, it's very much about connecting to your higher self and to the divine mother, father, God, the eternal source creator who loves each and every one of us so deeply and wants to give that love, wants us to feel held and nourished and supported and protected and cared for, right? When we allow ourselves to receive that and you feel that, it will thaw away layers and layers in your heart that have been energetically blocking you or even physically blocking you, potentially where you are pushing away partnership, you're pushing away the deep love and connection that you desire because you don't feel safe or you don't feel worthy or you don't know what this is because you've never experienced it before. So everything starts to change when you allow yourself to normalize that. And the more we do this kind of work, the more we allow that frequency to flow through, and we're this divine channel to receive unconditional love. It's the way I see it is like this flooding energy. So it's flooding in from the divine, filling up your entire body, filling up your heart space, filling up your energetic field, overflowing outwards. So you are receiving it, but then you're also able to give it, and then obviously continuing to receive it back. So it becomes this beautiful torrent, this beautiful vortex of energy, receiving, giving, radiating, receiving, giving, radiating, this in and out energy of a frequency that, as I said, so many of us have never experienced or aren't even aware of or don't believe exists. And the more we open our hearts up to feel this, then the more deeply you're going to be able to give yourself that love, but then also attract that around you. So, as I said at the beginning, this is a quantum healing hypnosis activation that I just uploaded into my monthly membership. There are 2 different ways to get access to it if you want to listen to this. I was in huge tears, which is probably no surprise. I'm always crying, but I was in immense tears as I listened back to this. And even as I was recording it, I just felt so overwhelmed by the power, the level of love that was coming through. I also know that that's because I've done so much work to allow myself to believe in that and open up to that. But even if you're newer on this journey and you're wanting to connect deeper into that space, this is going to help you so much, and it's going to be really profound on an energetic level at repairing where you have been let down or hurt or heartbroken or just had these experiences break your trust and shut you down and close you off from the most beautiful frequency out there, and something that I believe we all deserve to experience while we're here on Earth. So this activation is in the description down below. You can grab the activation by itself. It is $55.55 and you get lifetime access to that. Or if you want to jump inside my monthly membership, it is $33.33. So $55.55 or $33.33. And inside the membership, you also get access to a private community. I'm dropping daily messages in there to support you, inspire you, empower you, motivate you on your journey. And you get the weekly quantum healing. So you would get this one, the Sacred Heart healing activation, as well as all the other activations I've done in the past. So both of those options are down below. If you're ready to do this work, if you're ready to literally blast your heart open and receive these higher frequencies that are going to keep permeating the earth, and you're going to keep seeing more and more people embodying them as the earth continues to elevate and as humanity starts to raise their consciousness and start choosing empathy and compassion and love and connection instead of staying in the dark ages that we've been kind of trapped and suppressed in for so long. If you want to open up to that, then this is a beautiful starting point. And as I said, the inner creates the outer. So the best thing you can do for yourself, whether it's inside this activation or just in general, is to open up and start becoming the conduit for the frequency you want to attract. So if you want to attract unconditional love, but you're still in a vibration of heartbreak from an old relationship, or you're still feeling unworthy or down, or you don't trust people, you're never going to attract what you want. So this activation really supports you in clearing out that and aligning with what you want, aligning with that frequency, normalizing it in your body, your nervous system, your subconscious, and your energetic field, right? Becoming this vortex of that unconditional love so that you will start to attract that. And I've seen just from listening to it over the past week that the relationship dynamics, the experiences I've had with people, including absolutely random strangers, like the level of kindness and love and respect that is being shared and being felt is so much more powerful than when I've been in a place of distrust or a place of my own pain and expecting the worst. So we change inside, we become the match for what we want, and then that starts to materialize around us in the external. So both of the links for the activation are down below in the description box. I would love to see you inside. I would love to support you, and may this activation bring all the beautiful healing into your heart and allow you to feel levels of love that you never thought were possible and that you've maybe always been dreaming about, and realize that that frequency, that energy is accessible to you right now in every moment. It doesn't come from someone else. It comes from the divine. And not only do you get to be it and feel it, but then you also get to share that and spread that and radiate that out. So I am sending you so much love. I hope to see you on the inside, and I'll be back again soon.